This is Strictly Business, presented by the Greater Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce. Sponsored in part by the law offices of Young Wooldridge, San Joaquin Community Hospital.
And welcome back to Strictly Business. I'm Nathan Ollie, Manager of Government Affairs at the Greater Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce. And in our Spotlight segment this week, we've got local organizations that are making it easier for teens to find summer jobs and gain the knowledge of what employers are looking for. And joining me now is Renee Stancil. She's the project manager for the Boys and Girls Club of Kern County, and she's going to talk about the Boys and Girls Club's experience with the PG&E Summer Jobs Program. So
Good
thanks for
morning,
being
Nathan.
here.
Thank you. We appreciate you taking the time to have us on.
Absolutely. So what is the Summer Jobs Program?
Well, actually, the teens are between the ages of 15 and 18 as long as they're enrolled in the Kern High School District.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they take a 10-week course with us with no guarantee of a job. So we saw 300 kids last Thursday, and they have started the classes already. And at the end of that 10 weeks, they go through two interview processes to be placed this summer. So in the 10 weeks, they learn how to dress, how to sit during an interview, not to fidget, eye contact, a good handshake, a smile, how to speak with confidence, and all the other stuff that compiles into a good interview. And then we also just teach them some life skills, budgeting, money saving. Should they apply for a credit card when they're first on campus?
What do you
as
do with
freshmen?
that paycheck for the
Yes.
first time? Okay.
Who is FICA and why are they taking money out of my check is one of the questions I received.
Okay. So you mentioned being enrolled in the Kern High School District. Is this something that anybody who can participate? Is it you just a current student? There's no grade point requirement?
Oh, no. We have some requirements. They have to have at least a 2.0, so they'll have to be eligible for a work permit. So they have to be in good standing with their school as well. As long as they're in high school, they're in good standing with their high school. A lot of them came in referred from counselors or job readiness programs or the business section of the high school. They referred those students in as well.
Okay. And what did they? They just talk to their counselor. That's how they would get going. The work programs. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And we talked a little bit about what a teen learns, and they learn this through a 10-week program. Talk a little bit more about that, if you would.
With the Boys and Girls Club of America, they have a national curriculum that's called Career Launch. And in the Career Launch program, we kind of condense it. It's a full-out program. We condense it down to 10 weeks to get them prepped and ready. They come in and they're slouching in their chairs and chewing gum and all of those things that you should not be doing.
Right.
So from the moment they hit the door, we time them. They have to be early to class. They cannot show up on time because in our eyes, you're already late.
Early is on time is late.
Yeah,
right?
and late, you're fired.
Oh, yeah.
So we start teaching them the minute they hit the door with us. They come in, they have to be prepared. The first week, we kind of, give them some time to learn those things. But after that first week, that is it.
Okay. So this will really help with their job searches by dressing professionally, being on time.
Yes.
Just some of those intangibles, I guess you would say.
Yes.
Okay.
The life skills that are no longer taught at the high school level, they come in. I know when I was in high school, which is a long time ago, they taught those things. Now they don't. They don't have the time or the money.
So I know you mentioned what to do with the page. So a little bit of financial literacy training as well.
Correct.
Okay.
We do have another curriculum that is named Money Matters, and it teaches them budgeting. We open up a bank account with them. PG&E comes along, and they're huge partners. We could not do this without their grant. They give them money to open up their first bank account.
Oh, wow.
So they get a little debit card for themselves, which is really cool. And they have to prove it to us. We cut them a check through PG&E and with us, and they have to prove that they've opened up their account. They have a time limit for that, and they have to keep $50 in through the whole 10-week process, and through the whole 6-week process with us.
Okay. And then you do facilitate interviews with companies with them at the end of the program. Is that how that works?
Yes, we do. They go through one round of interviews with us in-house with coworkers and myself. And if they make it through the first round, then they go to the second round, which is with the employers. We've had KGT, the Kern County Builders Exchange, Nissan of Bakersfield, Mercy Hospital,
The Greater Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce has used them.
Correct.
We've had
Yes,
them in the
I'm
past,
so sorry. Yes, you as well.
It's before I got there, so I have not seen
2 years in a row.
any of
we've
our
taken
students,
on
but
interns.
I've heard really good things about our interns, and I know
Yes.
that we had a young man over the last summer that we were sad to see him go.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, so really businesses of all types that participate in the program. It's not necessarily nonprofits or small companies. This can be anybody in town, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
can. We want the kids to get a good real life experience. So the businesses, if they're thinking about taking on an intern, think about the time that it's going to take to mentor, because these students have never worked before. So we're looking for people who are willing to really work with our kids as well. We want to set them up to succeed. So, not so much just put them in a corner answering phones. We really want them to have a real life experience.
So what type of work, if we were bringing them into an office environment, what type of work do they typically do?
Well, we would want them to be exposed to filing and, yes, customer service, and that could include phone calls, greeting customers, different things like that. Just not emptying the trash can.
Right.
Or scrubbing the toilet.
Okay, so you want to give them as broad of an experience
Yes,
as possible.
definitely.
Okay, great. So when did this program start, and how has it kind of evolved from
Well, we
where it
were
began?
lucky enough. This is our third year. In the first year, PG&E to approach us and want to do this grant with us. It originated I believe in Sacramento with the Boys and Girls Club in PG&E, and in Fresno, and then ourselves. It's really taken off. PG&E is just so awesome. They come on board. They bring volunteers out to help. They participate. We have a function called the Game of Life for the kids, and it's truly a big board game that we
So
play
this
with
is
them.
this is like the game you played when you were a kid with the spinner and you put the little pegs in the car? Or?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Okay.
much, but it's life size, and they have to go to different stations, and they pull a card, and in that card, it could be, hey, you won a lotto ticket, or it could be you have a flat tire, so take that out of your budget. So a lot of kids were like, wow, I'm negative 30 at the end of payday. Well, welcome to real life.
Yeah, I've had some experience doing some of those with kids before, and as part of a financial institution program, and I bought the pickup truck. Well, maybe you
Yes.
shouldn't buy the new car right out of
Correct.
high school because you didn't finish college and your income is short. So maybe you
Yes.
shouldn't buy the new car. Maybe you should buy the used car or get the bus ticket to make sure you have enough money for food and
Definitely.
daycare. Right.
Yes.
Right.
We need to bring you out for the game because
That's
that's
right.
exactly
We've
how
done
it's
this one
worked.
before. It's pretty fun. It's fun for the adults too to
Yes.
kind of get to teach them some of the skills.
And we give them different levels. They can pick a life, and it's random. You could be a high school graduate, and that's all you have. And we give them their monthly living expense, and they have to go from there. Or you can have a college level, master's degree, or you went into apprenticeship, and we give them their life choices, and they better make the right ones.
So, give us a little testimonial. Share like a story that's of a teen that's had an impact on the program. Maybe somebody who's really been changed by this program.
Well, we had one young lady one year, and it's really awesome because you get to learn about the students. And she came in and she gave it her all. Her and her friend came in. Her friend dropped the program. She looked around and said, 300 kids and only 55 jobs. I'm giving up. And Eileen said, I am not giving up. I'm still going. She attended every class. She was early. She stood late. She went through the interviews, did an awesome job, took everything she learned, and she got hired on at the Kern County Builders Exchange.
Oh, okay.
Not only through our 6 weeks, she's still working there today.
Well, that's good because it teaches the kids that you have to stick to it. Because sometimes if you're going for a job, the odds are that bad.
Yes,
There's one
it's
out
competition.
of every 6. They are competitive. So where can someone, if somebody wants to get involved, where can they get started? I want one of these interns in my business. Where do I get started?
Well, you just go ahead and call the Boys and Girls Club at 325-3730. Either ask to speak to me or to Angel, and we'll send out a packet. You get to review it, see if it's something that your business is willing to do. Because, again, it is kind of work to take on an intern because you're creating this position. We just want to make sure you have the time to mentor and to put into them. But we're willing to meet with everybody and sit down and go over those things with them.
That's terrific. So we've talked about the summer jobs program. What else is the Boys and Girls Club working on that our viewers might want to know about?
Oh my gosh, this is our season of fundraisers.
Okay.
We have our golf tournament this Friday. And like you said, hopefully it's not 90 degrees
That would be,
outside.
yeah. I don't want to play golf in 90 degrees for
We
sure.
have Chipino Feed coming up. We partner with so many great organizations, different Rotaries in town. We have dinner at the Derby. We're getting ready for spring break as well. So if you need childcare over spring break, it's right around the corner. We're taking registration now. We'll be open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay. And how many sites across Bakersfield?
Currently, we have 3 clubhouses. We have our Niles location, which is in East Bakersfield. We have one in the southwest off of Gosford and Harris. And then we have our Lamont Boys and Girls Club as well.
And for those that don't know, what could you typically find at a Boys and Girls Club house?
Controlled chaos. We have a lot of fun. But we're also at after-school sites as well.
Okay.
So we're 54 sites strong, serving almost 6,000 kids a day.
Wow.
If you go to a clubhouse, it's pretty loud. Crazy fun stuff's happening, as well as our school sites. They're a little more structured. The kids go there immediately after school. They get a healthy snack, and then we go into homework time and 2 enrichments.
Okay. And for people that, I know you said your golf tournament is this Friday. For people that want to sign up real quick, what's the phone number again?
325-3730 and ask to speak to Carolyn. She's all over it.
Sounds great. Renee Stancil, Project Manager, Boys and Girls Club of Kern County. Thanks so much for coming in today and talking with us.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it as well.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Strictly Business and the closing bell. Stay with us.
Ask